Avast mateys, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia, where we're going to go and crash a public execution to save our family and friends. It looks like this ladder leads straight up into the Coliseum. Oh, then let's break in and give everyone a good show. And now we present the execution of a notorious air pirate dying in his treacherous band of blue robes. Their crimes include attacking Imperial ships and stealing precious cargo. The price of stealing from Valua is high, and dying in his pitiful band will pay with their heads. Looks like he gave up after all. I knew it. Huh? Vise. Hurry, run for the opening in the floor. Hi everyone, I missed you guys, so we're here to rescue you. Come on, let's go. Well, how very bold of you. You have deprived the audience from witnessing the deaths of a notorious band of air pirates. Now they will witness your execution. I don't know why you're all upset. The audience already got to watch us free our friends and trash your guards. Now you get to watch us beat the snot out of you. What more could they want? By the way, the name's Vise. So this is the first truly difficult boss of the game, and we can easily die if we're not careful. So we're going to start with just killing his guards. So throw an Increm onto Drachma. And then just try and kill that guy before he can buff the boss. So it's usually safe to follow the basic rule of RPG boss fights, which is to kill the ads before the boss. So Sonic Wave has a very wide arc on its frontal attack, so that's probably going to hit us all the time. Right, that's one ad down. Now we just have to try and kill the other one before it can buff the boss. If we manage that, then we'll have a really easy time.
Moves, give me strength.
No, we're too late. So, the enemy also understands buffing, sadly, so now the boss is going to be a beefy tie. I meant to say a beefy guy, but you know, that works too. Luckily Drachma's both buffed and has a lot of health, so he can take those hits. Right, now we're just down to the boss himself, so let's work on him. And Ica, you buff yourself, in case he decides to attack you.
Moves, give me strength.
Even though we're not going to be attacking with Ica, Increm also increases their defense, so it's a good idea to buff her. You can see that also hit Ica, even though she was really far to the side. The arc on that Sonic Wave is amazing. Now then, how's her health looking? Ica's very low. That's not good. Oh, Ica, you just heal yourself. Is everyone else's health okay? Not really, but we should be okay. Just use a Sacred Crystal on Ica and keep attacking. Vi's health is actually dangerously low at the moment because he's able to do a really powerful attack that might be able to kill him.
Let's try this.
But we're gonna risk it. So Electrez is the second version of Electri. And that one has a wider arc to it, so that time it hit Drachma. If that was just Electri, the rank 1 version of the spell, then that wouldn't have hit Drachma. Alright, let's just keep attacking him. You start focusing, and we're going to work up for a really big tackle. Oh, speaking of tackling... That's why this boss is really nasty. So, we lost Vi's, and depending on if we get counterattacked or not, we might lose Drachma here. Right, we still have enough energy to be able to attack with Drachma, so I guess we're just going to have to hope that he dies. So at the moment, we could use our Rizlem Crystal, and it's also a crystal that will revive an ally to max HP. But since the boss is almost dead, we should be okay to just kill him. Oh, a counterattack. Nice one. He should definitely be dead now. So you don't get that much experience or magic experience for beating a boss. It's more about the items and the gold you get. That's why we're not worried about getting Vi's up right now. It's better we save that crystal for later.
I'm too old for this.
Oh, it's alright, Drachma, we still got him. And we get an Electri box and a Sacros crystal. Sadly, no moonberries. So, when you're knocked unconscious, you will actually get up at the end of the fight, and now we have 1 HP. So we need to heal ourselves before we continue. There we go, we should be fine to continue like this. We have very low health, but I don't think we'll get in another fight. So we should be fine. Hey Marco, how are you doing? Hey, you really did it. You rescued your friends. I can't believe it. You really are something. Marco, what are you doing here? I've told you before, right? I live here. I know everything about these sewers. This wall was built with a secret door. I took your friends into the secret room just behind me. Oh, thanks, Marco. We're gonna make our dad wait as per usual. When they were moving us, they put us on some sort of a rail car. I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. They got these metal boxes all lined up one after another, like some big long bug. That's one strange way to get to places. You never cease to amaze me. I never would have thought I'd see you here. But I'm glad you showed up. We all owe you one. There were no signs of anyone following us, but it's probably just a matter of time before they find this place too. Now we just have to try and figure out how to get out of Valua. Easier said than done, I suppose, but we've made it this far at least. Get some more sacred crystals. Magic droplets to recover our mana. I can't believe you actually did it, Vise. You showed those Valuans a thing or two. You were great. Thank you. Huh. It's been a while since I've had so much fun. How often do we get to pound on Valuans in their own country? Alright, we managed to get out of the Galcian, but now what? We still have to get out of Valua, and that's no easy task by any measure. Okay, Dad, I guess it's about time we talk to you. Actually, can we just move on without talking to him? Vice, what are you doing? We need to decide on some sort of a plan here. Everyone's lives are at stake, don't go wandering around. Okay, Dad. You're a little late, Vise. If you're any later, I'd be a whole head shorter right now. Vise, I always knew you were tough, but breaking into a public execution and freeing all of us? Now I think you're crazy too. Oh, what can I say? I'm not ready to take over as head of a dying family just yet. Wait a minute, where's Fina? Fina? When they captured us from Pirate Isle, they took her somewhere else. I overheard some soldiers talking about her. Sounded like she was being taken to the Valuan Imperial Palace. What? Why was she taken to the palace? It appears that the Empress herself wanted to meet Fina. I've got a feeling that there's more to that girl than meets the eye. She knows something important enough to have Valua after her. Fina. Vise, what are you gonna do? We should just lay low. Yeah, let's just we have to go save her. Of course we have to go save Fina. The guards are scattered. The whole island is in chaos. It'll be dangerous, but it looks like now is our best chance to strike. Here, take this with you, Vise. It's a little early to be giving this to you, but considering the circumstances, I'll make an exception. Wow, is she yellow moonstone? Thanks, Dad. If you use it with your weapons, they'll take on the properties of lightning. I'll take all of the air pirates back to the Little Jack. We'll be waiting for you. You need to be on the Little Jack when they open the gates. I know, when the gates open it's our only chance to escape. First you'll want to go to Upper City. You might be able to sneak aboard a whale car on its way back to the palace. I see, Upper City, huh? Hey Marco, how do I get to Upper City from here? If you go into that tunnel over there, you'll reach Upper City. But there are tons of guards in Upper City. You shouldn't go, it's too dangerous. I'm ready for anything, Marco. In the midst of a storm, I can see the one path that'll get us out of Valua. I've got to try. Let's go, Ica. We've got to save Fina. And Drachma's left the party again. At least he's got a good reason this time. He's gonna go and get everyone on the ship to escape. Did we recover our mana? No, we didn't, or our health. Oh well. We'll go like this. What's the worst thing that could happen? We might have to start just using some more healing crystals at the moment, because we are very low on mana. We could go back to Lower City and go to the inn and get all of our mana and health back. But we'll just use some crystals if we need to. Right, so let's keep to having red weapons for the time being. So sadly, since we don't have Drachma anymore, we don't get enough spirit points per turn to spam Alpha Storm. Hey, he didn't die, excellent. I was actually kind of hoping that would happen so he could go back to green weapon.
Is it over already?
So now we have access to the yellow magic. We will be learning that because, similar to Increm in Fire, there's a move in Lightning that actually debuffs enemies and lowers their attack and defense. So that'll be a really useful one to get sooner or later. But for now, we're just going to keep to fire to get more damage spells, and green to get more healing. And we'll start learning lightning once we get more party members. Let's see, it's probably a good idea to kill this guy. He can do quite a bit of damage. Let's also use it in one of our pyries.
Moons, give me strength!
Okay, so now we're totally out of mana. We'll be fine, let's just continue. We're almost out of here. It is a bit reckless, but there's no point wasting items if we don't need to. Wait, Vise. Marco, you followed us. What's wrong? Vise, don't go, please. My mother and father were both killed by Valuan soldiers when they were trying to escape from this city. There's no way out. Trying to get out of the ground fortress, it's impossible. No one's ever escaped from Valua. You're gonna die this time, I just know it. Your parents. I'm sorry to hear that, Marco. But I have to go. I don't have a choice, and every time I hear the word impossible, it makes me want to prove everyone wrong. A long time ago, a handful of sailors took a small boat into the uncharted skies. They had no idea what they would find. Monsters, a maelstrom, the end of a world. It was because these sailors challenged the unknown that new lands were discovered. If we challenge ourselves and never give up, our own horizons will broaden, in our hearts and in our minds. I need to push myself every day. I have to know what I can accomplish. I never give up, and so far, nothing's ever stopped me. But Vise, don't worry about me. I believe it will make it out. I will find a way. That's what's keeping me going. I'm gonna prove that it's not impossible to escape. Impossible is just a word to let people feel good about themselves when they quit. Vise, do you think I could ever be a sailor? If I could ever sail the skies?
Uh-huh.
Of course. You've got what it takes. I'll be waiting for you out there. Thank you. Well, see you later, Marco. Lord Galcian brings good news, Your Majesty. Indeed I do, Your Highness. I'm sure you will be pleased. As you have requested, my forces have captured a Sylvite. Ruler of the Valuan Empire, Empress Theodora I. Ah, excellent work, Galcian. You have yet to fail me. So, this is what a Sylvite looks like. Such a beautiful girl. Her clothes are interesting. A nice specimen. Today we have taken another step closer to our main objective. Soon the Valuan Empire shall rule the world.
How?
You seem sad, young one. Why do you not rejoice with us? You shall witness our finest hour. You have the knowledge that we seek. You can assist us. All who oppose us shall fall. The islands will be reduced to ash and dust. Anyone who stands in our way will be destroyed. And you, young one, shall help us. Prince of Valua, Enrique. Mother, ruling the world by force is not something that I'm sure I approve of. An empire that does not listen to the plight of its people is destined to fall. Enrique, you still have much to learn. You cannot walk the path of the Emperor and concern yourself with such petty worries as the people. But Mother... Now, Enrique, I am building an empire for you. Since you shall inherit the throne when I pass on, you should pay more attention. Well then, young lady, I know that the 6 moon crystals have been scattered all over the world. I also know that they who control the moon crystals controls weapons of mass destruction. I believe your people refer to them as Gigas. When the Gigas are ours, we shall rule the world. Now, young lady, you shall tell me where to find the moon crystals. I believe it's Gigas or it's Gigas, I'm not sure what the pronunciation is. I will die before I tell you. What did you say? You do not understand how powerful the Gigas really are. The Gigas are great weapons of destruction, built by the old world. They're more powerful than you can imagine. And that is precisely why Valua must obtain these weapons. Since we are the most powerful empire, we should have full control over them, and once we have them, we shall rule the world. No, humans must never control the moon crystals and the Gigas ever again. Power-hungry dictators like you are the reason humans should never control them. Damn, Fina. You got some spies. You dare insult me, the Empress of a great Valuan empire in my own palace? Kill her, kill her, kill the little wretch! Off with her head.
Mother!
Think about what you're saying. You cannot kill her, she's done nothing wrong. Are you saying that this girl is innocent, Enrique, even after she insulted me so? Kill her now. Please, you must believe me, the power of the Gigas is not to be underestimated. Silence, wench, you shall pay for your insolence. Lord Galcian, I bring urgent news. Someone has broken into the Colosseum and freed the Blue Rogues. What? Oh, I'm on my way. Take care of the girl and bring her back to my take her to my ship and bring her to the Grand Fortress immediately. Yes, Lord Galcian. Your Majesty, I request permission to deploy the Armada. I will take the girl with me, and she will guide me to the moon crystals. Very well then, use the power of the Armada and bring the crystals to me. Of course, Your Majesty. However, I have but one humble request. I would like to request that a new addition be made to our highest ranking officers. I would like to recommend my Vice Captain Ramirez for the position. Do as you wish. In return, I want you to give me the word that you will bring me those crystals.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You heard the Admiral, get up. You just knocked me on the head, you jerk. Ramirez? I do like how he's just like, can I promote someone to the highest rank officer in the entire Armada? And she's just like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I trust you. I don't care about this type of thing. You handle all the military matters. This is Valua's upper city. Only those of wealthy stature, born of noble blood, live here, of course. It's a much harder life here in upper city than you think. There are so many plays, so many parties. I'm a very busy person. The bathtub in my house is made of gold, you know. Pure gold, of course. But something's still missing. I know, I'll have my toilet made out of pure silver. Can we go get some fancy food? Guys, this is no time to just sit around and drink tea. Okay, I guess we can't. My mummy told me that people in Lower City rarely get to eat white bread. But that's stupid. If they can't eat white bread, why don't we just eat cake? Oh, are you a nobleman? You'll have to excuse me, but which family are you from? Ah, I am from the Dine family. Me? I'm one of the members of the Dine family. The Dine family, you say? I don't seem to recall any noble families of such a name. Well, just looking at you, I can tell that you come from a noble military family, so try to remember that name. Yeah, I think everyone deserves to know a member of a dying family. So let's save the game here. I believe there's only 7 save files, so we're gonna have to start replacing them soon enough. Anything over here? Nope.
Wow.
Is that huge vehicle over there must be the rail car. I think you're right, Ica. Looks like it can only ride on those rails. I guess it would be hard to steal. Let me get a closer look. I do like how just stealing the rail car is the first thing that comes to mind. Fina! What are you talking about? I thought Fina was supposed to be at the palace. That's what I thought, but it looks like that rail car is going to the Grand Fortress. If she gets taken into the fortress, we'll never be able to get her out. We have to move, now. Sounds like the engines are starting. We'll never get down there in time. Guys, what should we do? We've got to jump onto the roof. What? Isn't there a plan B? Come on, Ica. This shouldn't be too tough. I mean, we do reckless things like this all the time. Alright, so we've got to get to the front car and rescue Fina. Fina should be at the front of the rail car. Let's go. Lord Galcian, we've just received a message from the central station in Upper City. We've spotted some air pirates snooping around the rail cars. What? And the air pirates who escaped the execution, are they still free? Yes, Lord Galcian. My humblest apologies. It matters not. I'll summon the city guards and sweep all of the rail cars. We'll find them. That won't be necessary. We know where they're heading. They're going to try to rescue the girl. What's the status of the Grand Fortress gates? They're currently open, sire. They aren't scheduled to close for a while. Close the gates immediately. Place all ships in the bay on full alert. Dispatch the Imperial rail car immediately. I shall deal with these pirates myself. Yes, Lord Galcian. I do like how, despite being a clearly evil person, at least he treats his guys with some respect. He's just like, oh, it's not your fault they escaped. Right, so if we're going to be fighting this guy, let's just get our health up. Let's also throw a few moonberries out. Or magic droplets, rather. Get some mana. That way we can increment ourselves. This is probably one of the more reckless places to have a fight. So for the most part, it won't really matter if they're buffing themselves with speed, since they're going first anyway. Yeah, Electri is a much weaker version of Electres that the boss used, because Electres would have hit both of us then. Man, that is such a waste of a healing crystal. Well, I'm glad that he went first then, so that he wasted it.
That was fun.
Okay, let's keep going. Hey, Galcian. Who's that, Vise? There's something about this guy. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't think we can take him. Yeah, and he looks really mad too. Ica, here's the plan. Run. We have to get to Fina before he catches us.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't run from fights. Let's take him on.
It is time to die.
Okay, this doesn't sound good. Well, let's go for it. Right, you focus so we can buff ourselves. Okay, he has a lot of health.
Take this.
Right, Cutlass Fury. And you... Actually no, we're going to still buff ourselves first. So for now, you just use a Saku Crystal on Ica. And you buff us.
Attack me if you dare.
Right, so this is a counter-attack move, and luckily we're not attacking this turn. So he hasn't done anything.
Moves, give me strength.
Here goes.
Right, I don't think we have enough for a Cutlass Fury yet, but we'll do a normal attack. You just focus. Yeah, that's more damage. Returners. And that's an instant kill move. It doesn't have the highest accuracy, but clearly it's taken down Vise. Well, let's get Vise back up. Is it good thing we save this Rizlam crystal? Get up, Vise.
Let's try this.
Sadly, we lost our Incrant buff. Right, time for a Cutlass Fury, I think. And you just heal yourself. Yeah, we really are not doing much damage to him.
Let's try this.
I'm starting to get the feeling we weren't meant to attack this guy. Right, you just heal yourself again. sadly, since he keeps attacking Ica, we keep having to waste a turn healing. How do you like that counter-attack, Galcian? Alright, you just start focusing so we can use an Increm again. Oh, Electrum. This is a more powerful version of the electric move. Time for Cutlass Fury. We're just going to use a bigger heal here.
Let's try this.
I'm surprised that we keep going first, because, you know, Galcian has incredibly high stats. And we did literally 0 damage. Well, that's not good. You know what we haven't tried yet? We have a few of these Crystallis boxes. Let's use one of them.
Let's try this.
It's a good chunk of damage. And another instant kill move. Let's see if we can survive this one. And we both died. So this time we're going to take all the hints the game's given us, and we're going to run away from this guy. Especially since he's willing to toss away his expensive cloak just to come after us. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't think we can take him. And he looks really mad too. Here's the plan. Run. We have to get to Fina before he catches us. So luckily Galcian doesn't mind taking his time, so he's just going to walk slowly after us. He also has the common decency to wait until we're done with our random battles. You know, he may be evil and all that, but he's still got some class. So we're just using a blue weapon with Vice here, since it's more effective against all these yellow enemies. Especially with a nice juicy crit.
That was easy.
This remains probably one of the most dangerous battlefields in the game, just fighting on top of this with no railings anywhere. All these fights are just the same, so we're just going to keep auto-attacking until they're dead. Nice counter-attack to speed it up. So it's worth mentioning you really aren't meant to be allowed to kill that boss here. I don't know if he is actually killable. There's going to be a few fights like that in this game, and we'll try and fight them every time and see how far we can get. But they usually just have a ludicrous amount of HP, so there's no real way you can beat them. But later in the game we'll be able to have really long fights due to loads of abilities and the like that we'll learn.
That was easy.
Right, we're really far ahead now. Vies? Who are you? Sorry it took so long, Fina. We're here to get you out. Insolent pests, you'll have to get past us first. Bring it on. So this fight's going to be a lot easier than the previous boss fight, since there's only 2 of us. Sadly, Fina faints as soon as the battle begins, so we can't use her. Okay, and let's just start wailing on him. So I could just get us some more spirits so we can increm and eventually Cutlass Fury these guys. Man, we could Cutlass Fury right now, but let's not do it. Get an increm first.
Moons, give me strength.
It's always worth buffing on boss fights. Hey, nice dodge. Oh, he might be dead already. Not quite. Right, let's try and kill this guy before they can do anything about it. Okay, they're both just guarding. They could heal each other, so that's why I tried to burn them down. I'll try not to burn Fina here. So counter stance will activate an automatic guard, but they can't guard special moves. Let's just try and burn you down again. Alright, good, they're wasting all their turns. That makes this a lot easier. So they can still counter-attack a critical hit, since they've got counter stance up. It'll be the same if we decided to use Counter Strike as well. But let's just use Cutlass Fury and have this done.
Here goes.
Cutlass Fury!
And we've saved Fina.
Yeah.
That's a juicy amount of experience and gold right there. And we get Sacrez now, so that's a better heal. And 10 magic drop, but sadly we're still not getting any moonberries. It's been a while since we last had our moonberry. I'm so glad you're safe, Fina. We were worried about you. Vice, Ica, how did you... Why? Why do you think? We're here to save you. You mean you did all this just for me? Ah, Fina, we're friends. We weren't going to let him take you from us. Thank you both so much. I get the feeling we forgot something, though. Honestly, I was so scared. I was all alone. I was afraid they were going to hurt me. Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful. Everything's okay now, Fina. Now let's get out of here. Oh yeah, this guy. I can't allow that. What? He found us. It's almost like we're on the same train. I am Galcian, Lord of the Imperial Armada. You have caused us a great deal of trouble, boy. What is your name? I'm Vice of the Blue Robes. I just thought you were the guy that cleaned the rail cars. Ah, so you're the one who made a fool out of Alfonso. That girl is worth nothing to you air pirates. Hand her over to me. I guarantee that your lives, as well as that of a girl, will be spared. Is it a deal? Yeah, sounds fair. Never. I don't know what you want with her, but your Valuans, whatever it is, it can't be good. Do you honestly think that after attacking the Valuan Armada you'll be able to fly the skies freely? We're air pirates. We don't need your permission for anything. If we see something we want, we take it. That's very disappointing. I'm afraid you leave me no choice. I must destroy you. The little Jack. Man, Galcian, you must feel like a chump right now. Thanks, Captain.
Hey!
You were late, Vise. We decided to come and get you. By the looks of it, we were just in time. Fina, are you alright?
Thank you so much.
I'm very grateful that you've gone through so much trouble to rescue me. Relax, Fina. We're all okay right now. Save the mushy stuff for later. She is right. We can all be thankful after we've gotten out of Valua. Captain, emergency! They're closing the gates. If the gate closes, we're all dead. We're under attack. Valuan ships dead ahead. They're blocking the entrance. We've got to act fast. We need to take out that blockade. Looks like I'm going to be able to test out the harpoon cannon earlier than I thought. All hands to battle stations. And Drag was joining the party, again. We got a warning about you air pirates from the Coliseum guards. You're not getting through here. Right, so you can see at the top of the screen that icon means we can use the harpoon cannon. But we need to work up to be able to use it. So the harpoon cannon costs a lot, 15 spirit points. So at the moment, it'll be a good idea just to start focusing. So Increm, how long does that last? It lasts for 2 turns. We can use magic during fights. So I guess for now, we will actually still attack the airship. We have quite a lot of health at the moment. We're topped up, so we may as well focus instead of guarding. This will take a while to kill and we really don't have that time, so we need to prepare the harpoon cannon. So that sub-cannon is attacking us every round. We'll eventually get a cannon like that ourselves. As right now we still just have our basic cannons. That is quite a harpoon on the front of this ship. Boy, the harpoon cannon takes a lot of spirit points to fire, also you can only fire it when the target is in the right place. So attack the enemy with your normal cannons and build up your spirit. When the time is right, unleash the harpoon cannon. Alright, our spirit's definitely starting to get up there. So right now, let's throw an increm up. Ika, you continue to focus. And then we'll continue focusing this turn as well. We have quite a lot of health, and increm will also increase our defense. So increm lasts for 2 turns, so it's going to last for the next turn as well, which is when we're going to use the harpoon cannon. Oh, that's helpful. We just completely missed that attack. So we can see that on this turn, our ship's got a frontal attack. And that's why I keep zooming into the harpoon there. It's basically telling us that on that turn we can hit with it. In order to use the harpoon cannon, after you build up enough spirit points, you need to use the special cannon command rather. But regardless of your spirit level, you won't be able to use the command unless you have a clear shot at your enemy. You can only use the cannon command turns with a special marker at the top of the column, so keep your eyes open. Well, we can do it now. See, we don't have enough spirit points to use anything else, so let's just heal ourselves for safety. Later on we'll be able to use offensive magic as well as defensive. However, at the moment we can't do that. Yeah, we could have spent the spare spirit points we had then on an offensive attack. I eventually got my word right. Right, we're getting ourselves into position.
Harpoon cannon, fire!
And that's one dead ship. So the harpoon cannon is by far the most destructive weapon we have at the moment. So when it comes to airship battles, that's going to be our priority, is trying to unleash that as often as possible. Looks like that was the last of them. Now we just need to get through that gate. That's a lot of cannons that are turning to face us. The eyes is closing, hurry! Come on, little Jack. Well, they all said it was impossible, but we managed to escape. If anything's going to crown our reputation as an air pirate, it's going to be this moment. Woohoo, we did it! Alright, I knew you could do it, Vise. You're the greatest. Even Draken was tearing up, he just doesn't want to admit it. You got us through there by the skin of our teeth. You had me worried for a second there, son. We could finally say goodbye to Valua. Alright, let's go back home to Pirate Isle. We're just going to trust that the Valuans won't attack Pirate Isle a second time once we get back. Well, see you later, Galcian, as it feels like he's not going to let this one slide.